Hello everyone, I welcome you all to our channel Let's Learn Automation, and in this session we are going to see the third type of variable, that is static variable. In a previous session we have seen the local and global variable and the difference between these two variable. Now in this session we'll see the static variable. What is static variable? So here I will create a new class. We can declare the static variable outside the method. So for example, if I declare a normal variable as a equal to 10, so this is the normal variable. Then if I declare a variable b equal to 10, so these both are the normal variable or global or instance variable, we can say that. But if I use the static before the data type, then this become the static variable. So this is static variable here. Now the thing is, like, what is the difference between these two? So static variable belongs to class. So I can say this belongs to class. What it means, we'll see this in this particular session practically. So this is, we know that, for example, global variable, and this variable, this belongs to object. So static variable belongs to class, and this non-static or global variable belongs to object, and object can be multiple but class is a single. So now let's try to understand this. So for that I will create one method, public void increment. So this is the name of the method. We can use any name, and here I will just increment a value, then b value, and finally I try to print. So here I will print a and will use some space, then b. Okay, so what I am doing, I just declare one global variable which value is equal to 10, and declare one static variable which value static variable b whose value is same like a 10. Then I create a increment method increment. Okay, and here I'm incrementing both the variable a plus plus b plus plus. So this will increment the value of a and b by 1, and finally I'm printing the value of a and b. Now this is done. So now I will create the object of this class. So like this, x is object, then new, and so I created the object x. Then after that I will call the method increment method. So x dot increment, I call it. Now I will again create another object, name it like y, and will call the y dot increment. Then again I will create the another object z, and we'll call the same method again. Okay, so now what happened, we know that the program execution start from main. So here, first of all, the first line is like created the object x, and after that I call the method x dot increment, or this method get called. So after calling this method says that first the increment the value of a. So here a will be 11, then increment the value of b, that is 11. Okay, and it will this particular statement will print the value of a and b like 11 and 11. So first of all we'll concentrate on the this two line. Okay, so I will execute this. So we are getting the 11 and 11. That is correct, that a is incremented by 1, b is incremented by 1, and this statement print the value of a and b 11 11. So that is the expected. Now I will uncomment this. So now what is expectation, that as a is incrementing by 1, b is incrementing by 1, and whenever we are calling the y dot increment again, then again this value got incremented, and that should be like 12. Then again we are calling the same method, so that should be increment like 13, and same should be happen with this too, like this. But when we execute this particular program, so at that time we come to know that the value of a is 11 11 11, but the value of b is 11 12 and 13. So actually the value of b is incrementing, but the value of a remain like that. But here we can see that we are incrementing every time the value of a, but still here we are getting 11 11 and 11. I told in a before that this is what the this belong or global variable, this is the global variable, and this belongs to object. Okay, so a equal to 10 belongs to object. So what is our object? X is our object. So now this particular variable belongs to object, so a is equal to 10 for x. Then again this a belongs to object y too, so here also a is equal to 10, and again this also belongs to object z, so here also a equal to 10. So a equal to 10 is for x, a equal to 10 is for y, and a equal to 10 is for z. Whatever the number of object we are creating, the same will be the same value of a will be shared. Now whenever we are incrementing this a plus plus, or whenever we are calling this method like x dot increment, so here a become 11. Whenever we are calling this method, again this a become 11. Even for this case too, the same result will be displayed. Okay, so this is what the global variable which belongs to object. So this a equal to 10 shared by x, y and z, and that will be incremented like 11 11 and 11. Now this static variable integer b equal to 10, so this belongs to the class, and here we are having a single class, so a single copy of b is shared with the class. Okay, because this belongs to class and we have a single class over here, so b equal to 10 belongs to sorry is shared with the, or it belongs to class, and b equal to 10 is shared all among the class. So whenever we are calling this x dot increment first time, so here b equal to 10 first of all initially, then that become 12. Then this 12 value is shared or is used by this method like b equal to 12 over 11. So from 10 it become 11, and this 11 value is shared with the next method or object, next object we can say that, and that become 12. And again here b equal to 12 is shared because this is common, and it become 13. So what I mean to say that this integer b equal to 10 is common throughout all the classes, throughout all the object x y z. So first of all 10 become 11, then sorry first of all b equal to 10 become 11, then 12, then 13. But in the case of a, as it is a global variable and it belong to the object, so a equal to 10 is shared for x, a equal to 10 is shared for y, and a equal to 10 is shared with z. So every time 10 is incrementing and that become 1 10, then 10, again here a equal to 10 that become 11, and again for z to a equal to 10 that become 11. But a single copy of b is shared because this belongs to class. Okay, a single copy of b shared, so b equal to 10 become 11, then b equal to 11 become 12, and 12 become 13. So a single copy of b is shared with x, that is going to increment, then the same copy is shared with y, which is incrementing copy like 11, so that is 12, and this 12 is shared with the next object, and that become 13. So this is the difference between the static and global or local variable. So here what we can say that if we are going to calculate how much amount of memory is required for integer a, so integer a is a global variable and belongs to object, so different unique or a different copy of a is shared with x, y and z. Okay, so that's why this particular variable required 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is 12 bytes of memory. Okay, because we are using the three object and this is separately shared with the each object, so that's why 4 is used for x, 4 is used for y and 4 is used for z. So depending upon the number of object, so the memory usage will be increment. But in the case of static variable, as this is common throughout the class, so only 4 bytes will be shared and 4 bytes will be required to input in this particular class, or this particular static variable only required 4 bytes to store or 4 bytes storage. So this is all about the static and non-static or static and global variable. So that's why static is also called as a memory management variable because it saves the memory, and the global variable required more memory depending upon the number of object we have.
So here we have seen there are three object x, y and z, and we have two variable integer a, that is was the global variable, and static integer b, that is the static variable. So here we have seen that it is used to save the memory space, and it required a more memory. And also we have seen that the value of a is not incrementing over here because this belongs to the object, and a different copy of objects is shared with the x, y and z. So now let's try to understand this the same thing in a general meaning in a diagram way. So for example, there is a home where a mother is there, and this mother having the three son. Like we have the object three objects, son 1, son 2 and son 3. These are the three son belongs to mother. Now this son 1 having the salary of 50,000, everyone having the same salary like 50,000, 50,000 and 50,000. So from this 50,000, what these are doing, like they are dividing their salary like 5,000 plus 5,000 and plus 5,000. So everyone is doing in the same way, and they each one having their wife, like the son 1 having wife 1, then son 2 having wife 2, then son 3 having wife 3. So now what they are doing, son 1 is sharing his 5,000 to his mother like this, then son 2 is also sharing 5,000 to mother, then also the son 3 is also doing like 5,000 to mother, then that become the 15,000. Okay, so that's mother's amount is become the 15,000, and the remaining 50,000 the son 1 shared the next 50,000 to his wife. Again the son 2 also doing the same thing, so this wife 1 will have 5,000, then wife 2 will have the 5,000, even wife 3 have the 5,000. So now son 1, son 2 and son 3 they shared 5,000 with mother, then 5,000 with their wife, and now they only have the 5,000. So here 5,000, then here also 5,000 and here also 5,000. So we can relate our example like this is what our mother, we can say that a static variable. So this is the static variable, and so that's why its value is changed from 11, from 10 to 11, 11 to 12 and 12 to 13. Okay, final value is 13. But in the case of wife, like the son 1 is shared 5,000 to his wife, so wife can only have the 5,000. then wife 2 only have the 5000 and wife 3 only have the 5000. Like we have the global variable which value is like that value become 10 to 11, here also 10 to 11, and here also 10 to 11, because the wife money will be from 0 to 5000, again 0 to 5000, and again 0 to 5000. But in the case of mother, the amount will be like from 0 to 5000, then from 5 to 10,000, and from 10,000 to 15,000. So that's why we can say that this is what the static variable, and these are the non-static variable. These are called as a global or instance variable.
So this is the difference between these two. Thank you.